We're testing the NotebookLM cinematic video overview. We want to see how possible it is to use it in order to create the handwriting effect.
Look at this sketch. We spend hours designing intricate visual frameworks, only to give them away as static downloads.
In this video, we'll explain NotebookLM's tool and the prompts and processes we went throughout the test. Prompts and processes are linked below for you to do your own test and to improve on the method. We're going to start the process assuming that you know how to create a NotebookLM notebook and to put information in that notebook that you want to get synthesized. The video overview is a synthesis. So when you create a video overview, it's a summary or synthesis of all the information that you have uploaded. As of the recording of this video, one of the features of a paid account is that there is a cinematic video feature. If you follow the testing catalog account on X, you may have seen that NotebookLM is testing a whiteboard animation kind of video. There's no timetable on this and whether or not it's going to come to fruition. If you go to your favorite search engine and you type in limits to cinematic videos on NotebookLM, you're going to see there's going to be a search result called Upgrade NotebookLM. You're going to want to click in there. You'll want to find your level of account that you have with NotebookLM. You're then going to see the number of video overviews that you will actually be able to generate on a daily basis, depending on what kind of account that you have. And you're going to see that cinematic videos are treated differently from video overviews. A pro account can create 2 per day. An ultra account can create 20 per day. You're going to need more than one prompt in order to get the AI to do the whiteboard video exactly the way you want, as well as correctly throughout the entire video. So expect the AI to interpret your instructions unevenly until you figure out what the formula is going to be for your specific kind of content. Starting point is going to be Gemini. You're going to need to start with a structured prompt. So we're going to start with a structured prompt in order to get the structured prompt to put into NotebookLM. We're going to paste in the prompt. In some cases, Gemini does not always remember what you're talking about when you mention cinematic videos. So along with the prompt, we're going to upload a picture or screenshot of the video overview section with the cinematic video element ticked. This is optional. It's not something that you have to do, but in some cases, this will jog the AI's memory so that it knows what you mean is that you want to create a cinematic video and you want to create the handwriting effect inside of that element. So we have it in our prompt, and all we really want the AI to do is to give us the prompt. We're going to use a pro query for this case if you have them, and so we're going to go ahead and click submit. There's going to be a case where we don't want to have this personalized. So we just want the AI to give us a good prompt. So we're going to turn off personal intelligence for this specific prompt. We're going to use a pro query. We're then going to click submit. So in your first case trying, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to test the very first prompt that you get. Now this could be a case for using personal intelligence if Gemini can give you a prompt based on what you typically want and what you're trying to accomplish in your Gemini account. We're going to head to the video overviews. So what we're going to do here is we're going to write in what we want from the video. So the way that we structured the prompt was we're going to write in what we want from the information. We're then going to then paste in the prompt given to us by Gemini. We want to make sure that we've got the cinematic video ticked. We then want to click generate. You'll then notice that the video is then going to begin the generation process. We're going to stop the video here. We're going to pick it up from the creation of the video. Now that video is going to take time in order to generate. And in some cases it can take 30 minutes. In some cases it can take up to an hour in order to complete the actual video generation. You will want to step away from this process once you kick it off. So the total processing time was 44 minutes for the cinematic video. We're not going to view the entire video. We want to determine how well the prompt did so that we can go back and iterate again.
As a result, they burn out before ever making a profit. Trying to be everywhere at once without a validated product is a fatal trap. Identify 3 foundational rules you would teach a beginner that everyone else in your membership, you give those buyers immediate, unrestricted access to all your past and future content the moment they upgrade.
So as you can see, what happened in this video is we didn't get the pen effect in this specific video. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these results. We're going to go back to the AI and we're going to report to the AI that the pen effect was that A still image was projected, and we can see that in several places. However, the pen did not move. We're going to go back to the AI and we're going to tell Gemini that this prompt, while it was effective in creating some of the effect, did not give us a pen in animation or motion. So we're going to take a screenshot so that the AI will be able to see where this actually happened. So we're going to screenshot an instance where the pen was there, but did not necessarily produce a motion. So along with our prompt, we're going to upload the screenshots. We're now going to ask Gemini to create a new prompt. Gemini has now given us a new element to add. So we're going to copy this element. We're going to head back to NotebookLM. We're going to go back to the video overview and we're going to use cinematic video. We're going to paste in our prompt and we're then going to click generate. And for good measure, we're going to restart our clock. Okay, so the new video is now complete. We will now view pieces of the video.
You spend 80 hours a week researching, writing, and recording, desperately trying to keep up with the demands of an endless content calendar. The trap usually begins with a miscalculation. Your feeds become disjointed dumping grounds for scattered ideas and disconnected promotions. Because you're constantly rushing to feed these platforms,
and so we were able to produce one element of handwriting effect. So this portion is definitely handwritten. And so what we want to do is we want to continue to look to improve our prompt. We then went back to Gemini and used an advanced reasoning model. We're going to copy the prompt given to us by the advanced reasoning model. We are not going to calculate the timing. We are going to input the video overview. We're then going to click generate. The video is now complete. We can now test the animation. We will now test the animation.
look at this sketch. We spend hours designing intricate visual frameworks, only to give them away as static downloads. People glance at the graphic once, close the
So what we're seeing now is a pattern that the cinematic video inside of NotebookLM will produce the handwriting effect for the first few frames. Afterward, it produces the hand, but only as a still image. And in some cases, in other places in the video, the hand will actually appear.
You provide a specific incentive. The widget delivers an exclusive bonus asset to the user in exchange for sharing the app to their social feeds. This final step ensures that the app doesn't just deliver content, it actively helps attract its own future customers.
So as you can see, the experience is still uneven and requires testing to determine whether you can decide where the trigger is. What we have determined is that cinematic video can be used to create the handwriting effect for the first few seconds of the video.
80 hours a week researching, writing, and recording, desperately trying to keep up with the demands of an endless content calendar.
So until the process officially rolls out, it could be that the best you can expect is to be able to generate the handwriting effect for the first few seconds of your cinematic video and leave the rest of your cinematic video to a more conventional rendering of the whiteboard effect. Okay, so thanks, and I will see you in another video.